Hey guys, so I wanted to show you today what I'm going to be making with this goldenrod. So you can probably see behind me right there a nice big patch of goldenrod. And then of course this is the goldenrod flowers here. And I'm going to be using a kind of a mixture of a lot of the flowers that are already pretty bloomed, and then also some pieces that aren't quite bloomed yet or fully bloomed. If you're going to be using this for tea, I would use the blooms that aren't fully open versus these blooms. When they're fully open, they tend to get really puffy and aren't as good for tea. So just a little tip there. So goldenrod, you might be thinking, why the heck would you use a weed that causes allergies? So that's kind of funny. A lot of people think that goldenrod causes really severe allergies, but it's actually most likely the ragweed that commonly grows in the same season as goldenrod. So don't be scared of your goldenrod. I'm just picking a little spider, little bug out of here. Don't be afraid of goldenrod causing allergies. It's actually really helpful for allergies, for treating seasonal allergies. So, like the puffy eyes, the runny nose, all that stuff. So what I'm going to be making today with goldenrod, there's many things that you can do with it. But I'm going to be making an oxymel, and an oxymel is just kind of a fancy name for an herbal preparation where you use vinegar and honey combined. So that's what I'm going to be doing. So what I did here, as you can see, to save time, so you're not sitting here forever watching me, pick all of these apart. Basically what I did is I just take a stem. You can use some of the leaves. A lot of these leaves were kind of eaten by insects, so I just didn't. But you can use the stems, you can use the leaves. But I just took my hand, held it, and then it just strips the flower off. And then that way you're getting mostly just the flower medicine. So filled my glass jar full of the goldenrod. I personally like to fill it first with vinegar, so then the honey doesn't get stuck at the bottom, and then it's much harder to mix that way. So I always use organic and raw apple cider vinegar, and we're just going to fill this about halfway. So you might be wondering how you would use an oxymel. Well, you can take this by the spoonful. You can use it in salad dressings. You can use it in cooking. This here is raw, local. Hey, Sasha. Raw, local. Hi, baby. Honey. Definitely want to get the raw. Definitely want to get the local, because that's just going to help with your allergies even more. So goldenrod is really amazing we already went over allergies, but the reason why it's so good for allergies is because it's really immune boosting and anti-inflammatory. So when your body, I'm like trying to make it not trip, when your body experiences allergies, your body is kind of in an over-inflammatory or overreactive state to the environment. So this is really going to help the immune system. So it's also really good for colds and flus, boosting the immune system. Another really cool thing about goldenrod is it has really strong diuretic properties, and that's just a fancy term for it makes you pee. And you might be wondering, why would I want to pee more, right? Well, if you have a UTI, if you have kidney issues, it helps your body, helps your kidneys work much more efficiently and push liquids through your body to help pass whatever it is it's dealing with. So kidney stones, urinary tract infections, any urinary issues. So wonderful diuretic. I would definitely use something like this for a sore throat, really scratchy sore throat, because you not only have the honey, but then also you have the medicinal benefits of the goldenrod. So I'm just kind of letting this sit and just letting the honey seep down into there. And I'm going to fill it a little bit more. You do want to leave a little bit of room so you can shake it up really well. So this is really not complicated. It's really easy. What we're going to do is we're just going to cap it. Make sure I had some plastic tops. Instead of using a plastic top, I always use the metal ones because you don't want it to leak. Just like a normal canning lid. And then from here, we're just going to shake it up really nicely so it can all kind of combine. I'm not going to shake it too much because it's going to shake the camera. So what we're going to do with this is we're going to let this sit for a good 6 weeks or so. A little bit less, a little bit more if you choose. Try to shake this up as much as you can. Every day is awesome. Every couple of days is fine too. I would definitely keep it out of direct light and excess heat. So maybe in a cabinet somewhere, like a canned good cabinet is fine. And then after that, we're just going to strain this out. So you can use a cheesecloth or you can use a really fine mesh strainer. And you're going to strain out all the plant material. So you're going to be left with the honey and vinegar mixture that is now infused with your medicinal goldenrod. So I'm really excited for this to be ready. I've been making a lot of medicines now while we wrap up the summer and the fall, so I can have a lot of winter medicines to take. And it's really good to have variety. So I made a lot of elderberry elixir, and I do have some extra. Normally I don't have extra because it can be a little harder to find in the wild, but I do have some of that listed on my website if you're interested in that. I might be sharing some of this. We'll see. I might be a little selfish and wanting to keep it, but maybe I'll make another gallon or so and then I can share it with you guys. So I hope that was helpful. I hope you learned some new things about goldenrod. This is a very abundant weed in nature, as you can tell. Back there I have a big patch of it, but it grows really commonly all over the place. My biggest tips, though, for picking any wild plants is, of course, make sure you know how to identify it, but also make sure it's in a location that is not on the side of the road and not in a place that's been sprayed by pesticides. So this is a pretty remote, location where I'm at. But yeah, so not on the side of the road, not in a yard that's been sprayed with pesticides. And then one other tip, I would definitely let your goldenrod sit out for a little bit to let bugs kind of leave the scene. I did notice that there was one or two on the top here. I'm not super concerned about it because you're going to be straining it, but hey, you don't really want bugs in your medicine, right? So there you go, guys. Hope that was informative. As you can see, this is kind of sunk down a little bit from the top, so I'm going to be topping it off with a little bit more honey and then shaking it up, and then this will be ready in another month or two. Hope you guys have a wonderful day and fall, and definitely go and make some of your own medicine. All right, talk to you later. Bye.